Well, for more, we can bring in an expert on American civilization. Cécile Coquet-Mokoko is a professor at the Versailles-Saint-Quentin University. She joins us now. Thank you very much for being with us here on France 24. Now, we're seeing huge numbers of people turn out to remember George Floyd and to voice their anger this Saturday. The big question must surely be, will the Trump administration sit up and listen and ring in the necessary changes?
Well, I feel that few people can tell you in advance what the president is up to and what he's intending to do. What is certain is that it's not all a federal issue. Many issues are local, many have to do with mayors, many have to do with county authorities and state authorities. So it really is a day of reckoning for many levels of the federal system, not just at the federal state level, but also individual state level.
But this is by far the first time that protests have rocked several US cities because of police brutality. Is there anything at all different about the sentiment and the views being expressed across the US this Saturday?
Well, these protests are very reminiscent of what happened in 2014 after the event in Ferguson, when young Michael Brown was killed by police while he was not armed either. I feel that what is specific and unique about this terribly moving and disturbing video of George Floyd's lethal arrest was that clearly, undeniably, he was not resisting police. And this very probably is what triggers the outrage in so many communities, not just in the United States, but also worldwide.
Now, is the violence that we've seen in recent days during recent protests detrimental to the Black Lives Matter movement?
It is a very long story, and I feel that we have to go back to the chapters of history books where Black people, descendants of African captives, were defined as property, and where it was one of the main means of resistance to actually destroy the master's property, including by suicide, because African descended people were themselves defined as property. So when they stole a turkey or a pig from the master, it was a way of really showcasing their resistance and their revolt at being turned into things themselves. So I feel that maybe this is not conscious, but the destruction of property is one very significant way of saying that, to hit a nerve in America, you basically have to hit property, because this is the only thing that will jolt people into awareness and into action, possibly.
Now, George Floyd's death comes, of course, with just months to go before Americans pick their next president. How much of a campaign issue will Floyd's death become, in your view?
It all depends on how Joe Biden is going to appropriate and communicate on this event. Lately, he's made a couple of blunders, saying that basically it's enough for him not to be Trump, to rely on sort of captive voting base, and this is not going to be enough. I'm pretty sure that Black voters in America expect something more. Possibly the presidential pick will be one kind of answer. So he has to be very, very astute in his choice, I guess.
Okay, Cécile Coquet-Mokoko from the Versailles-Saint-Quentin University. Thank you very much for being with us.